During the morning, I'm working at a warehouse driving a high-low. I leave straight from that job, go to my Ford plant, and I put on rear doors. So I'm barely getting sleep. It's been very tough.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
We got another caller in the queue. This one is from a 734 area code. Let's go ahead and bring them on the air. 734 area code. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going, man? My name is Darnell. I'm calling from Michigan.
Darnell from Michigan. I think I saw your name in the chat. You are one of them that's on strike right now, right?
Yes, sir.
And you sent a $1 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, yeah, brother, you're on strike right now over in Michigan. What? Tell us about it.
Man, it's kind of I'm excited, nerve-wracking because I'm fresh. Only been working for a couple months. And
wow, really?
That day that we knew we was gonna be on strike was. I never experienced nothing like that in my life, man. The whole building, the atmosphere was crazy. Like, they let us go home early, hour early. We supposed to go home at 12, but they made us go home at 11 to avoid the news. There was a lot of helicopters above us. It was pretty crazy, man.
That's awesome. That's great.
I'm curious, like I'm curious about the emotions that that y'all were experiencing at that time, and like what you were witnessing from your coworkers.
Man, I could say me personally, man, like my heart was pounding because I got a text, like the last guy said, I got a text like at 9 letting us know that we was going to be one of the plants. So a lot of people around me while we on the line, because I put on rear doors, I work in the trim department, so I put on the rear doors and on the right side, and the people around me, they haven't received a text message yet, so they stopped the line, and a lot of my team leaders and supervisors was just running around. I was showing a lot of people text messages. They still wasn't believing me until Shawn Fain actually went live PM that night and said our building, our location. And he only actually said the department I work in, which is final and paint. Body and stamping, they was not on strike, but they just got laid off yesterday because we are not allowed to work.
Gotcha. Yeah, that must have been that must have been fun seeing the supervisors run around.
Yeah, it was pretty, man. It was, like I said, I was nervous and excited at the same time because I know we was making history, and I don't know what's next. Like, I got a 4-year-old son. I actually work at 2 jobs now because I'm a temporary worker, so I'm working at 4 and working somewhere else just to survive and take care of me and my kids and my family. So
yeah, well, now hold on, Darnell. People tell me that UAW members have it good and that they're basically wealthy, like in the top 1%. How is it that you're working 2 jobs?
Man, I can tell those people this. During the morning, I'm working at a warehouse driving a high-low. I leave straight from that job, go to my Ford plant, and I put on rear doors. So I'm barely getting sleep.
And
it's been very tough.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
It's just unfortunate because I know you're not the only one. You're not the only one, and I'm sure there are many of your brothers and sisters out there, with a similar story and a similar experience, and we know these companies can afford to do better by y'all, the folks who are producing the profits. So I just want to send you, all the love and solidarity I can from Alabama. Michigan may seem far away, but we got your back however we can, and appreciate what you're doing, because like you said, you are making history and standing up for not just the members of the UAW, but I would argue all of America, all of American working class folks in this country.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I actually just left the Union Hall, by the way, 30 minutes ago, and I seen my sisters and brothers out there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures of some folks lining up to get their strike checks already.
Yeah, we won't receive a strike pay until 8 days from now. But I know we are like I had to go to the union hall today to register to receive our strike pay. Like so, when that day comes, you can either get direct deposit or it can come in the mail. But nobody won't be receiving no money till 8 days from when you strike.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Darnell, was there anything else that you wanted to say or talk about?
No, man. That's it. I appreciate you guys so much today.
Hey, brother. Thanks. Keep it up, and feel free to call back in next week.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And, you know, it's tough. There are so many workers out there who are in that situation, who are working multiple jobs to get by. You know, they're trying to take care of their family. And that's something that we ought to all be able to agree on, right? That folks want to be able to take care of their family, have a decent living, be able to go to the doctor when they need to go to the doctor, be able to get medication when they need medication. You know, it's not a lot to ask. And it's not a lot to ask that if you're going to have temporary workers, that they be temporary. 90 days, that seems like a reasonable temporary period. But, you know, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, you know, that's just totally unreasonable. And, you know, something we did this week that was really interesting was we spoke to labor leaders from other countries. We spoke to labor leaders from Zambia and Indonesia. And we'll be, you know, using some of that footage at some point later down the road. But something that really stood out to me in our conversation was how many of these same issues workers are fighting everywhere, right? It's not just the UAW members who are fighting against the use of temporary contracts. It's not just the UAW who's fighting to return the retirement pension and fighting for their retirees. All right, these are worker issues that are spanning the country and spanning the globe. And so, you know, it's an important fight. It's an inspiring fight, and we have their back. And you know, I'm really just wishing them all the best. And I think you laid it out earlier. There's no question that the companies can afford this. It's not a question of whether or not, you know, they deserve it. The workers created the profits. So it doesn't matter, you know, what you think in terms of who deserves what. Without those workers, there would be no profits. There wouldn't have been $250 billion in profits over the past decade, right? That only happens because of labor. So it's time that labor get its share.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.